Hi, my name is Catherine, and I'm here to talk about chronic blushing. I'm not a specialist, but I dealt with chronic blushing for 8 years, and this problem was extremely debilitating, which, if you're a blusher, you know that it's very embarrassing and traumatizing, because you can't hide it, and it comes up in many situations, informal, formal. Sometimes it did happen while I was by myself. So it can greatly disrupt your life and relationships. At the time, what I did not know is that I had a combination of things. I had adrenal exhaustion. My digestive system had weakened to the point where it could not digest certain foods. I had developed adult onset allergies to gluten and caffeine, alcohol, processed sugar, certain inflammatory foods, and I was under high stress, so all of these things combined with my social anxiety disorder, which I'd had most of my life, was basically a recipe for chronic blushing. This is probably the most common case, this is one of the most common examples of chronic blushing. Some people in more rare cases have blushing from diabetes or carcinoid syndrome, which is, in that case, there's a tumor which is causing your body to blush as a signal fire saying there's something wrong. If you have carcinoid syndrome, you can just go to your doctor and get a simple urine test, and they'll be able to tell you if you have it, which is probably not the case. If you've looked online, you've probably done a lot of research about blushing. There are a lot of treatments out there, a lot of quick fixes such as lotions and medications that are recommended. These things do not help if they're taken solely, unless you have a very slight case of blushing and it doesn't occur on a daily basis. One thing you might have heard about is surgery for people who blush, which is called an endoscopic thoracic sympathectomy, or ETS for short. I would not recommend this. The side effects are much worse than the disorder itself, which can be treated holistically and non-invasively. The surgery involves cutting the nerves, which is irreversible, and can cause Horner syndrome, which is a disfigured face, or excessive sweating of the groin and palms, which you do not want. This cannot be fixed. So I would push surgery out of your mind and try some other things first and continue them until your blushing stops. So once I learned that what I had was curable, I started doing things to improve my lifestyle and made diet choices that were more soothing to my body. So I stopped staying up so late. I stopped drinking alcohol, which I do not drink any alcohol or caffeine now. Don't ask me how I survived that, but I learned to. I started cutting out lots of inflammatory foods. You can get a book by Jessica Black called The Non-Inflammatory Diet, which talks about how to cut out foods and what to replace what you're used to, and what your daily staples are. If those are inflammatory, you can replace them with non-inflammatory foods, and she helps you learn how to do that. So I did those things, and then I also started taking supplements for my adrenal system and my digestive system, which started bringing those systems back into balance. I started using hypnosis, which is very, very, very important for chronic blushers, because we develop a blushing phobia or a fear of blushing rather quickly, as it is embarrassing, and we train our brains to anticipate a blush, and it becomes conditioned and very difficult to remove out of our mental patterns. So what we need to do is download hypnosis tracks specifically for blushers and use them on a daily basis to help us relax and learn to control our blushing. I personally did yoga, which helps relax the mind as well and helps you focus on your body instead of distracting yourself on your blushing problem. Yoga also helps you strengthen your core, which helps balance out the body systems as well. I specifically did Dawn Yoga, DAHN. There's a Dawn Yoga Center in most cities in the United States and some in Europe, and they focus on strengthening the digestive system and circulating blood and oxygen in that area. And this is very important. So in summary, what you can do to help yourself stop chronic blushing is change your diet, lower your stressors, sleep well, do yoga or some other relaxing practice, download a hypnosis track, join a forum for people who have blushing and have learned techniques and tricks to stop it, and just for support. It's nice to know that you're not alone. One forum online is actually a Facebook group, and it's called Defeat Blushing. And the person who started it is one of my very close friends who also had the same problem as I did. So you can go on there and join that Facebook group to learn treatments and resources that are great for chronic blushers and to help them learn how to stop. So I know that you can do this. I know that you can get through it. It won't be a lifelong disorder if you make the right decisions. Some things I might recommend, if you can afford it, is to go to a naturopath specifically and ask about food allergies, ask about adrenal exhaustion or thyroid disorder, and ask about the digestive tract and how to strengthen that. Those things might help. Also, a nutritionist can help you learn what foods are best for you. You can also visit your personal doctor and tell them what's going on, and they might be able to help you rule out certain things like carcinoid syndrome or diabetes or disorders like that. So I hope this helps, and just know that you're not alone and you will get through this. So thanks so much for watching, and good luck.